Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Sunshine Study. It's joyous to be with you. I'm Dr. Rebecca, the Lifejoy coach and author, and I help brave people transform the burnt out areas of their life into some balanced living, some blessings and some bravery. So that at the end of every video, every book, every one-to-one counselling and coaching session that I run, or even every speech or talk that I give, I want people to feel braver, wiser and more joyous. So I hope that's what we'll have today. If you're new here, I'm Rebecca and I live in the northeast of England with my Crackers puppy and my lovely husband. So today I thought we'd talk about one of the elements of Lifejoy, which is fortitude. Now, Lifejoy is a method and philosophy that I put together through 20 years of very severe illness and immense adversity. I have had acute experience, long-term chronic experience and degenerative experience of illness of mind, body and soul. And when you put all that together and the work that I did as a Christian celebrant of taking 1,000 loving funeral services, an academic life that taught me how to keep going through immense difficulty, but also being the patron of a wonderful mental health charity in Sunderland, it's a unique education, it's a unique experience, and it's a unique level of empathy. So that's why I talk about Lifejoy. I moulded this philosophy and it's helped so many people, so I wanted to share it further and deeper. So Lifejoy actually stands for love, integrity, fortitude, energy, joy, order, and you. So, fortitude, what do you think about it? I thought today, by the end of this video, we would have 3 top tips to be full of fortitude, because we're going to need to be. Life is not perfect, we are not perfect. We've got to do the best job that we can and have as much joy and love and courage as possible. So, fortitude. It's not a word we hear very often. We hear a lot about resilience, don't we? And I've written books on resilience, joyous, wise resilience. But resilience, I think, is a building block for fortitude. And resilience is the ability to bounce back. Pretty good. We all want to be resilient, don't we? But it has the assumption that you can spring back to where you were and that everything will be all right. And I've had decades of experience where I haven't sprung back, my loved ones haven't, and often things have got harder. How do you deal with that? So resilience I see as a short-term measure of courage, where it's a grit your teeth, it's get through, hopefully learn something from it and be better afterwards. Have more of you in the world. But I think of resilience ongoing as fortitude. It's just the building blocks of a fortuitous life. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. We define our terms. It's like writing an essay, isn't it? So the actual word resilience comes from the Latin meaning resurgam, which is I shall rise again. And isn't that what a lot of life is about? It's about rising. So think about that. What does fortitude mean to you? I think it means ongoing courage. But I also think it needs ongoing resourcefulness and ongoing cheerfulness. Because the last thing we want to be is negative, embittered, poisonous, guilty, shameful, all of the things that don't take us any distance. So think about what fortitude means for you. Here's the second secret of fortitude. I think it's very difficult. I think it's rare. I think it's hard going. And it's not glamorous. It's not like some film star who overcomes the thing and makes a story and oh, isn't it easy? Or an athlete or somebody who's done a great adventure. They've all chosen to do that. The people I see with real depth of fortitude are the people who are in circumstances they did not choose and were imposed upon them, and they bore them with grace and dignity and courage. That's real fortitude to me. So it's all right that it's messy. It's to be expected that it's far from perfect. But how do we cope with that? So this is the third element that I wanted to think about with fortitude, is we do the tiny, tiny triumphs method. And this is fundamental to my Lifejoy counselling and coaching work, is that we look for the tiny treasures, the tiny triumphs of the day. And this might just be managing to get up. This might just be managing a phone call. This might be managing to have 2 minutes of fresh air on your face. It might be an hour of gardening. It might be going for a run. It might be having a meeting. It might be just trying to get through the day and make the tea. It could also be feeling so desperate, but you hang on till tea time, and then you hang on till bedtime, and then you hope that a new day will be slightly less bearable, slightly less difficult, and, a bit more treasure comes. So I would say the real core lesson of fortitude is to have good scaffolding around you. And that means a good attitude as far as you can make it, and look for the tiny successes. So we need tiny treasures. Then we need tremendous teams. Now your team might be just you, that's where it all starts. It may be with your faith, it may be with your church, it may be with your doctor, it may be with your friends and family or work colleagues, but you really only need a couple of advocates, maybe only just one. And remember, so that's tiny treasures, tiny triumphs, but also a tremendous team. So count your blessings. Every moment you get one, savour it, think about it, amplify it, and use it as fuel to keep you going. And then finally, what would your tips be about fortitude? It always makes me laugh when people talk about fortitude and have had easy lives. I mean, sometimes I think, sweetheart, you do not know what you're talking about. But I don't say that, I just think it. So I look to people who've had very difficult times, because they are the holders of the wisdom for us. They can teach us things. And people who've had difficulty for a long time. It's no good having a difficult week and then being an expert on adversity. I listen to the experts on adversity who've not just had difficult weeks, but difficult years, decades, lives. What have they got to hold us together? They are the torchbearers and we are following their light. So look for those people as examples. And also look for the people when it's gone well. The people who've got better, the people who've found a way through, the people who've started charities, the people who've just kept going and being themselves, who've kept their humour. Find those examples as part of your tiny treasures. So I hope that's helped about fortitude. And I always think about fortitude within a prayer. And I used to pray this all the time. And the prayer was, may I have the wisdom to know and the courage to do. And you may find one of my very early videos at the bottom. I'll put it in, where I did a Lifejoy lecture, and I did it in my university, belongs to me obviously, and it was a big lecture hall, public lecture, and it was called Resurgam, How to Keep Going When Life Treats You Badly. And that was the word, the wisdom to know and the courage to do, because we can be bold and brave, but we can't be reckless. We need the wisdom to know what to do. And I think that's a great foundation for fortitude. So my friends, I hope, pray, wish, trust and believe that you will have the know, the wisdom and the absolute grit to see it through. Take care. God bless. Be safe, my friends.